Wait, wasn't that the road up for Camp Crystal Lake back there?
Everybody's a suspect!
Coming to get you, Bobber.
Wolfman's got Nards!
Hi guys, my name is Barry and welcome back to the channel. As you all know, we have the major Friday the 13th news that a series is being created by A24 and Peacock for a series called Crystal Lake. Now I'm glad I didn't do the video when the news broke because we weren't 100% sure how much of the rights that they have to make this series, because at that point when it was introduced or when it was revealed, we thought maybe they don't have the rights to adult Jason because the series isn't called Friday the 13th. As you know, Sean Cunningham owns the rights to the name Friday the 13th and the adult Jason, as well as the hockey mask for Jason Voorhees. So at this point we're thinking they don't have the rights to the name, but they've still got the Camp Crystal Lake name. They've also got Pamela Voorhees and they've got the Crystal Lake murders. That's all we thought they may have had for the rights to this series, and we weren't sure where it was going to go, but since then it was revealed that they were long, hard at work and they've got the rights to do everything that they want. So that includes Crystal Lake, Friday the 13th, adult Jason, kid Jason, the hockey mask. They've got absolutely all the rights to do what they want. But why call it Crystal Lake, and why is it a prequel to the adult Jason? Before the news broke, I actually done a live stream one time. I can't remember which live stream it was. For those of you who watch my live streams, you'll know what I'm talking about. But I did mention, somebody asked me, what do you want to see happen with Friday the 13th? And I said, do you know what I would like to see? I would like to see a TV series, a prequel featuring Pamela Voorhees. And I'm not saying that that's what's going to happen, but I think that's what might happen. And that's what I want to see. Now, before the news broke of them having the rights to everything, including adult Jason, I've seen a lot of hate comments saying, why are they giving us this shit? I want to see adult Jason. I want to see Jason Voorhees killing people. And yes, you need to bear with us. We may see that in the future. We might not even see it in the first season, but you have to stay patient. And now that we know that we're going to get an adult Jason at one point, stay patient. If we get a full season of a backstory of Pamela Voorhees leading up to her working at the camp or going to the camp and taking young Jason to the camp, if that takes 8 to 12 episodes, so be it. As long as we get that good build-up of the character. I want to see a Pamela-centric season because it all started with Pamela Voorhees in the original film. So fans of the original movie will understand and appreciate that. Fans of the later films with Jason Voorhees will also appreciate Jason as an adult, but they also have to be patient and understand that if we didn't get Pamela Voorhees, if we didn't get Friday the 13th from 1980, we wouldn't have an adult Jason later on, so you need to bear with them. Now, what would I like to see? I would like to see a build-up of Pamela, maybe even before Jason was born. Now, we have to remember this is going to be a series, so we can't just tell all the whole story over the 1 or 2 episodes. We have to build it up. I would maybe have Pamela Voorhees as a young woman and finding out she's got a boyfriend or a partner or a husband, and they have a life before Jason Voorhees. But we also want to see Pamela being maybe unhinged, maybe killing a few people before she even has Jason. And then when Jason's born and grown up, because he's deformed, the family dynamic is maybe bad. There's maybe the dad is hurting the mother, he's hurting Pamela. Young Jason sees it happen over the years and young Jason gets angry as well as Jason being ridiculed. So not only is Jason being ridiculed for his disability, he also sees things happen within the household. That builds up the picture of Jason Voorhees. So although we're getting a Pamela-centric season, we're also getting that picture of why Jason becomes the way he is. And then in the finale, for example, this might not happen, but we could have a finale in episode 8 or episode 12 or however many episodes there are of Pamela taking Jason to a camp called Camp Crystal Lake or whatever you want to call it, and that could end that season. And that would leave it on a cliffhanger. And then we go to season 2 and we've got young Jason at the camp being bullied over the whole season leading up to the end of season 2 where Jason drowns and Pamela goes apeshit. But during season 1 and 2, Pamela is the killer. She's going around killing people around camp and she's going around killing people around her hometown. Build up that Pamela Voorhees character through season 1 and 2. But after Jason dies at the end of season 2, we could have a really big finale at the end of season 2 where Pamela's going around killing people and the first person killer, just like Friday the 13th from 1980. And then we could have season 3 after Pamela's been killed at the end of season 2. We've then got Jason returning as the adult Jason, and that could lead on for however many seasons you want. And that's why it's a good idea to do a prequel. You could reboot the whole franchise by doing that. You could even just do season 1 and 2 leading up to the death of Pamela, and then have the movies later on, because they did say they've got the rights to everything and they want to eventually make a movie in Friday the 13th. And it is hard to do that when you want to do shows and movies simultaneously. I think they should do a couple of seasons for Pamela leading up to an adult Jason. Whether you want to include an adult Jason in a season 3 and then do a movie, it's up to the showrunners for that. But I think it's a really good idea in what they're saying. Bring it back to the beginning. But when is this movie going to be set? Is it going to be set in the 50s, the 60s, the 80s, modern day? I think they should set it in the years that led to Friday the 13th in 1979, 1980, because I'm kind of sick of them doing modern retakes. We've seen a lot of modern retakes. They even done it with Friday the 13th from 2009. But take it back to the 60s, take it back to the 50s. I know that you want to see a recurring Jason Voorhees and you don't want to have an old decrepit Jason in modern day, but you don't have to set it in modern day. Set it back in the 80s and have lots of films with Jason Voorhees set in the 80s, set in the 90s. If you want to do it in modern day, you can, but you're restricted to certain things because you've got mobile phones and Wi-Fi, etc. That's why I think it's creepier and better to set it back when it was originally set, between the 50s and the 80s. There are so many things you can do with the Jason character, and luckily there's so many things you can do with the Pamela character. And we might not even see either character. There's no confirmation that Pamela or Jason will appear in this show. Obviously they will, but there's no confirmation yet. If none of them appear, then I think it would be a waste of time, but I think they will appear. But my question to you guys is, what do you think is going to happen? Do you think we'll see Pamela? Do you think we'll see Jason? Do you think we'll see young adult Jason? Do you think we'll see both? There's so many questions, not enough answers yet. But leave your questions down below. Leave your opinions down below as well, and we can get talking about it. And as always guys, I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.